good evening, and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to one and to all. Perhaps it is Sunday, depending upon where you are on the globe. This is breaking news. Greetings, Oracle's channel. How are you? And thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you. Thank you so much for liking and sharing. Those that may come in or those that may catch the replay, please, if you would be so kind, give this a big thumbs up and share if you'd like. So as you can see in the thumbnail, DC Council Member Trayon White has been indicted. Now, I've been covering this story for quite some time, actually, after his. Hey there, twin. How are you? Good evening. Oh, it's morning there. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, twin. Thank you. As I was saying, I have been covering this since his August the 18th arrest on allegations of federal bribery charges. And as I mentioned, he has been indicted. Now, an indictment is no more than a official notification that it is believed that a crime has been committed. Hi there, Denmax. How are you? Long time. Good to see you. I hope that you are well. I hope everyone is doing well. So before I go any further, let me present the Fair Use Act under copyright section 107 of 1976, which states allowance is made for fair use of copyrighted material for the purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, education, and teaching and or scholarship. It provides for the legal non-licensed citation and or incorporation of copyrighted material by others, which might be infringing under other circumstances. Now, this story, this breaking news is from NBC News, Washington. So I will always implore you to conduct your own thorough, meticulous research. Next, I have the viewer discretion disclaimer. The following broadcast contains mature themes and situations intended for adults. Viewer discretion is advised. So now that I have those formalities out the way, and without further delay, oops, Nightbot. Nightbot just zapped Lester. Lester, I don't see you, but you're welcome in here. And the link is there. I have a few moments. Hey there, Leonia. And I don't know why Nightbot did that. I'm sorry. I may have to fire Nightbot, Lester. Again, I don't know what you said because I don't see you. So Lester, the YouTube God, if you are here, the link is there, but I'm going to get through this really quickly. Because as I said, I have only a few minutes because I'm at work. But apparently, allegedly, there has been allegations that council member, I don't see him either. So I don't know why Nightbot did that. And I know he isn't blocked unless he's somebody from the past. I'm not sure. But let me continue, please. Trayon White, Ward 8 council member, has been indicted on federal bribery charges in the amount of $156,000. And according to the indictment, These monies were to, quote unquote, pressure employees to extend contracts for violence prevention programs in Washington, D.C. Now, if anyone is familiar with Washington, D.C., Ward 8 is one of the most impoverished areas. And according to the indictment, Trayon White allegedly accepted 4 cash payments. So, what I'm going to do now is just present a few photos and hopefully everyone can see them. This indictment is a scathing, in my opinion, 30-page indictment. I am not going to be showing the entire 30 pages, but I will begin here. And as you can see at the tippity top, it was filed on September the 5th. You can see the case number. And this is the second page. This is a photo alleging, and this is part of the indictment, alleging that he accepted an envelope allegedly with cash from an FBI informant who was wired. And this photo right here is the illustration of his arrest at the Navy Yard at a luxury apartment at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C. on August the 18th. Let me capture this comment really quickly. And thank you again to those that have come in. So Leonia is waving. So again, Lester, if you're there, I'm going to drop this one more time. And this is for anybody if they'd like to come up and say anything really quickly. I have like maybe 10 more minutes. Make sure I do this correctly. And that could be an imposter, Lester, because I don't know why I can't see him. Okay, I don't see anyone in the private chat. And Leonia says the same thing, that she can't see Lester. I can see what's happening. Chrome is getting ready to act up, so I'm going to see how long I'm able to do this. I'm going to copy it one more time and hope to put it in the chat. If not, I'm going to have to get out. But the main thing is, that is the breaking news that DC Council member Ward 8 Trayon White, and again, I've been following this story for quite some time, has been indicted on federal bribery charges. And I wanted to play a clip. And I may have to go out and come back in, unfortunately. So let me try that. Okay, I'm back. I will try this again. Hi there, Margie TV. How are you? Welcome. And again, I was looking for Lester, the YouTube god, but again, I don't see him, and I don't know if that was a real Lester or an imposter Lester. So I'm going to post this one more time. If anyone has anything they would like to add or your thoughts on this breaking story, we have seen many stories this week regarding politicians. Oh, Margie, you're from Asia. Well, thank you for tuning in. So the link is there if anyone has anything they would like to say. But let me just say this, and I've said it before. When you're dealing with government contracts and grants, you have to be extremely careful. And I've also said we are presumed innocent until proven guilty. However, this indictment does not look good, but it is just an indictment. And some of the photos, as I've shown a few, there are more in the indictment. And you can go to NBC News to actually view, as I mentioned, the 30-page indictment, and you'll see all of the information there. But in the interim, I am going to play this quick clip. Again, this is courtesy of NBC News 4.
After his arrest and now today's indictment, Trayon White is still the councilman for Ward 8. Chairman Phil Mendelson created a committee after White's arrest in August. That could decide if White should be removed from his seat.
And I'll play that one more time.
After his arrest and now today's indictment, Trayon White is still the councilman for Ward 8. Chairman Phil Mendelson created a committee after White's arrest in August. That could decide if White should be removed from his seat.
Now, that was Phil Mendelson, who is chairing the ad hoc committee as it relates to this particular situation with Trayon White. Again, Trayon White is just 40 years old. Again, he is council member of Ward 8 in Washington, D.C., one of the most impoverished areas in Washington, D.C. And again, he has been here indicted on federal bribery charges, allegedly for accepting $156,000 that was dedicated to contracts for violence prevention in DC. Hey there, Ronaway, how are you? Leonia says, same here. In Philippines, Alice Gal, and I do hope I'm pronouncing the last name correctly, says is now in custody of Senate. Oh my goodness. So that just goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, that no matter where you are from, whether you're here or abroad, there is something always in politics that are happening. And we don't know unless we have these conversations. Ron Away, thank you so much. And thank you, Leonia, for introducing Ron to this channel. I appreciate it. And sending love back to you, Ron Away. So again, the link is there. I have about 10 more minutes if anyone would like to hit the link. And I guess if I was arguing and fussing, that wouldn't be an issue. Actually, I plan on going live when I get off work tonight because I've been looking at something that's kind of kind of sad and disturbing to me in the area of mental health. So it's going to be another late night or Doe After Dark, but it's in reference to mental health. But I did want to bring this story out again, and this is appreciated that you all that's come in and shown this channel love. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. Also, thank you to those who have sent blessings. I'm going to upload that as well. You know who you are, and I'll just leave it at that. I appreciate each and every one of you. But the breaking news out of Washington, D.C., and again, you may go to NBC News 4. D.C. Council Member Trayon White has been indicted on federal bribery charges. Again, an indictment is just a formal accusation that it is believed that a crime has been committed. The the worrisome part is that this happened as it relates to an alleged FBI informant. Now, let me just say this. Yes, Ronaway, it's going to be probably 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, if I even decide to do that. But I do want to discuss that because it's heavy on my heart. But I'm going to put some of you, I mean, many of you should already know this, but I'm going to put some of you on a little bit of game. People look at movies and TV drama shows and see people wired up underneath of their clothes and things of that nature. You must know by now with technology, it's much more sophisticated now. What you may think is a button on clothing that you're looking at, or you may not even pay attention, that's a full blown camera and mic. And with the clarity of this particular photo right here, and let me show it again really quickly. The optics are extremely clear. And I'm almost, well, I'm not going to say 100% sure, because again, I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure that camera was on a button on a shirt, probably a polo. I would never advise anyone to accept anything, especially from people that you don't know. And if you really sit and think about it, who do you truly, truly know 100%? I am not saying that this man is guilty. Again, this 30-page indictment is scathing, but he has to have his day in court and he has to have an opportunity to answer. all of these allegations. Again, this is page 2 of the 30-page indictment. And you can see again, this was filed on September the 5th, and this is the first one. Filed September the 5th. You see the heading? So, be mindful, ladies and gentlemen, of what you're doing. Politicians, you are being watched under close microscopes. And let me also say this as it relates to contracts. Hey there, Lucy Warren's World. How are you? Good to see you. When you're dealing with contracts, I've seen many people go down as far as subcontractors are concerned. The issue many times becomes greed. Greed will get you every time. And what I mean by that is you can have a pie. This is the analogy that I'm going to use. You can have a pie. Someone who has a greedy spirit may think, even though there's no evidence, but a greedy spirit may think someone else within the group has been given a bigger piece of the pie. And because of that greed, they want to spoil it for everyone. And that person will begin to speak and disclose scandals, illegal activity, which this looks like maybe, and again, I'm saying it looks like it may be the case here. When you are in positions, and I've said this ad nauseum, when you're in positions of public trust, you will always be under scrutiny. And just because you may, and I'm not saying he has, but just because you may have gotten away with certain things for a long period of time, we can see this in the entertainment industry, does not mean it won't one day come back to bite you on the backside. This is a developing story, and amid these allegations, Trayon White is still on the ballot for November, and he has still garnered much support from residents of Ward 8 and Washington, D.C., period. Thank you for tuning in again to this breaking news out of Washington, D.C. Again, to recap, D.C. Council member of Ward 8, Trayon White, who was arrested on August the 18th on allegations of federal bribery charges, has been indicted. Thank you to everyone who took a moment to stop by. and those who may catch the replay. Your comments are welcome. Until next video, everyone, please be safe, be well, and you know the rest. Bye-bye for now.